I'm the Dungeon Coach. I'm here to coach you up in the Mythic Dungeon, the Nokhud Offensive. This is a quick video, so as you're on your way to this dungeon for the first time, you don't screw things up. So buckle up, because I'm breaking down each boss. Go ahead and send this to the rest of your group so you have a smoother run. Let's go. This dungeon is located in the Oharan Plains. You're going to go here, and it's actually in the Marukai village right there. The first boss is Granyth. He has 3 abilities, one of them in which you can interrupt, and adds that try and stop you. First one is Shards of Stone. You can do nothing about this. It's just damage that's shot out at each of the 5 players. Second ability is Tectonic Stomp. This is AoE around the boss. You simply just run out of, or else you get knocked back. But the third ability is what the entire fight revolves around. It's called Eruption. It deals party-wide damage every 3 seconds, and it's really, really bad. You ideally want to stop this cast before it even goes off, and how you do that is one of the 3 ballistas in the boss's lair. When the fight starts, look around to see which one of the 3 ballistas is recharging, because only one of them recharges at a time. You'll see a little ticker on the top of it. As soon as it's charged up, you're ready to fire, jump on over to it, shoot it at the boss, it interrupts him. But it's not that easy, because there are ads that spawn right before the ballista shoots off called Nokhud Saboteurs, and they're going to run in, they're little centaurs, they're going to run to and try and destroy those ballista. They usually do path through the boss, so try and time up a CC, group them up, cleave them down, done. Just don't let them get to those ballistas. Next boss. The Raging Tempest has 2 key mechanics, Lightning Strike and Lightning Orbs. There's going to be floating orbs all around the battlefield like wind and lightning. You are supposed to go pick those up. They do deal a little bit of damage, but they give you a stacking damage buff. And you don't want them to get to the boss, because the boss gets that damage buff, which is worse. So the entire time the whole group spreads out and collects these lightning balls. But the most important ability is Lightning Strike, which puts a gigantic circle around every single player. Another reason to stay spread out and not overlap and clip each other with that lightning damage. But there's a second part to this Lightning Strike on your character that a lot of people don't know about, is if you hit one of the lightning orbs with that Lightning Strike, it turns into a little mini lightning storm. As you can see, if your Lightning Strike clips an orb, there's another explosion that happens at that spot. So you gotta try and not hit other players and not hit these lightning orbs. Other than that, it's simple. The boss has an electrical storm that the healers have to heal everybody up with. It's just group-wide, unavoidable damage. And the tank's got to stay in melee range, or the boss spams a hard-hitting ability at him. That's it. Moving on. Teera and Maruk are a double boss fight where they have a shared health pool. Teera is a ranged centaur, Maruk is the big guy with a spear. Each of the bosses has 1 normal ability and 1 special ability. Their normal abilities, Maruk, the big guy, has the AoE fear that he casts around himself, move out of that. And Teera has a leap ability where she just leaps around the battlefield to kind of separate some stuff. Because big huge thing is you got to keep these bosses together, because they gain a stacking buff if they are apart from each other. Basically keep chasing after the ranged one and they'll both keep coming together. Their special abilities go off when they get to 100 energy. Teera has a Gale Arrow ability where everybody needs to spread out for. She lobs arrows onto the people, and then there's a vortex of cyclones that shoot out from each person. The big guy Maruk has an Earth Splitter ability where he shoots out 4 lines of brown swirlies on the ground you got to stay out of, dodge, and it leaves the area damaging effect afterwards. Doesn't last very long though, and basically that's it. Keep the bosses together, burn them down, on to the next one. Balakar Khan is the final boss. He has 3 abilities and add intermission phase, and then those same 3 abilities get lightning charged. The first one is a Tank Buster combo where he does Rending Strike followed by Savage Strike. The second one hits real hard, so tanks use a mitigation. Second ability is Iron Spear. He picks a random player and there's gonna be a circle under your feet. Stay away from everybody else. He throws a spear at you and then charges to that spot to pick the spear back up. So if you're super coordinated, you could group up and put it up against the wall, but for pugs, it's probably just gonna charge all over the place. Just don't stand on the targeted person or get hit by the charge. Last ability. Upheaval is a cone directed at a random player, so you also want to stay spread out for that reason. At 60%, the boss will run between the 4 ads and start channeling. Then the 4 ads become active and you have to interrupt and group them up and AoE them down. I personally like to interrupt or silence one side and then bring him over to the other. Once you kill all 4, he comes back, but he's super lightning charged now. All of his abilities work the exact same, but they deal a little more damage and a little more lightning damage. Now all of his abilities are lightning charged and they just hit a little harder. So his Tank Buster is the same 2 combo, but now it's a lightning version. His Iron Spear is now a lightning spear, and this adds 1 extra effect into it. Whoever gets targeted with a spear, everybody gets pulled all into that one spot, and then he charges to it. So move out. And that random cone is now a lightning cone. So I hope this quick guide helps you get up to speed on what's going on in this dungeon and many more dungeons with every single guide that I'm going to be doing here. If you want more information to really dive deep, then you can check out my Patreon. I have entire full-blown guides on every single boss with breakdowns and tips and strategies. I'm going to do this for every single boss, every single season to get you guys 100% ready to really smash those mythic dungeons. Thank you so much for all the support. Hope these videos help. Stay creative, think outside the box. Peace.